Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is so very special. We're going to talk everything that I hauled in my Sephora and Ulta sale that was going on because both of the places were having some sale and I did some damage. I'm generally very good with it and I was very good in the past months. But when this Sephora sale hit and I was like, I have so many things in my wish list that I need to get. I have so many blushes. I have highlighters, I have blushes, I have so many lip products and my staples. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look using all the products that I hauled from Sephora, please keep on watching. Okay, let's begin with our look. Obviously, I do have brows and that is one of the products that I did purchase from the Ulta sale. I did repurchase my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer and that's exactly what I used today also in my brows. So that's one thing that I did use. I would anytime repurchase this product because this I cannot run out of. I immediately opened one. I actually purchased two. I opened one and this is the backup of what I have. And I do have my base already done. And for that, I did use my L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum in which I am in the shade 4.5 to 5.5 Rich Medium. And that's what I have on my skin. It's several hours later in the day. So I applied this early in the morning, like around 8 o'clock. And right now the time is 5:10. So it's quite a bit that I have done that. I already powdered my face too, but I've not applied any concealer. So I am going to do that because that's the next product that I purchased, like repurchased. So these are like my staple products, okay? I repurchased my Tower 28 concealer and I did not have the right shade with me previously that I completely utilized. That was more of my foundation shade. I purchased this shade in the shade 10 Noho and this I feel like is my correct shade because this is definitely more of a neutral undertone as compared to the ones that I already had. And this is how this shade looks. Let me swatch it for you guys. Hopefully this will work. Yep, I think this will definitely work. So that's the shade Noho. We are gonna take that mainly underneath the eye. This gives a great amount of coverage. So I'm going to take it on the T-point of the face and also here because I do have discoloration around my mouth. And I absolutely love this product. If you guys know, you know it. Like I just swear by this product. And I could not wait for the sale to happen so that I repurchase this. So I'm going to just blend it out in the T-zone and underneath the eyes. The best part about this is it gives coverage. It definitely gives coverage, but it is so lightweight on the skin and it easily blends into the complexion. Yeah, this definitely is my right shade. It definitely has that peachy undertone too, which I love. It takes away all the discoloration. This is so perfect for my skin tone. I love it. Okay, so very happy about that. I purchased so many cream products. So let's go over it. I have so many blushes. I have two blushes to talk about. The first blush that I purchased is a cream blush. So we're going to apply that and one is a powder blush. So the first one that we're going to talk about is this Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blush and I purchased the shade Truth. So this is definitely more cool tony purple leaning blush and I definitely wanted like two different shades when I'm purchasing the blushes. So this is Truth. You can see, you know how much I love my cool tones. So I felt like it looks a little deep, I won't lie, but also looks like a very pretty shade. Cannot wait to try this and I cannot wait to test out the texture of the product because let's do that actually. So I'm gonna, yes, it's definitely, can you see that? It's definitely bouncy. Not too much, I would say, but I can definitely feel that texture. And let me give you a swatch. Very soft, very soft. I feel like that will definitely work. I was very afraid that it is going to be very dark on my skin, but I can definitely make it work. So let's apply this actually first on our skin. And I'm going to take this on the Sigma F08 brush. Let's take that before we apply any powder product. So it's pigmented for sure, for sure. Let's not overtake this. I'm gonna take it on both of the cheeks, mainly on the high points. Let's take the rest of it off and see if this is blendable or not. We've not applied any powder, so it will soften up with the powder, but I really love the color that I'm getting with it. It's more berry, I would say, rather than purple. It definitely shows up more berry on me. Like, I have a neutral undertone, so do keep that in mind. I have gone overboard with this product for sure. I'm just gonna soften the edges. Before I apply the powder, let me show you the blush. So this one is the Rare Beauty Bouncy Blush in the shade Truth. I do like it a lot, but I would go with a little bit more of a lighter hand next time. But that's the shade Truth. Okay, I don't have this kind of a shade in my collection, so I'm very, very happy about it. Let's set our face with the powder, Huda Beauty powder in the shade Peach Pie. So I'm gonna take that on a powder puff, and I'm just gonna take it underneath the eye and on the center of my face, and just blur out the edges. I did apply a little bit of bronzer actually before, and for that I did take my What's a Beauty's Wind Dancer shade in the shade Deep. Definitely a powder foundation, kind of a setting powder in a pressed format, but the deeper version definitely acts like a bronzer to me. I'll show you the shade. This one is in the shade Deep, and this beautifully works as like a warming product for me. So that's what I had some 8 hours ago. So next blush that we are gonna talk about is the Tower 28 blush. Now this one is the Tower 28 Get Set Blur Set Matte Powder Blush, and this I picked out the shade Culver Crush. Why is it called Culver Crush? I thought it is Clover Crush. Clover Crush. Let's see. Is it just... No, it's a Culver Crush. Okay. The peachy shade. So I am going to show it to you. It looks very, very vibrant and very peachy, pinky shade. Very beautiful. So let's apply this and see how this is going to look on our face. We definitely have a little bit of blush going on, but let's apply a little bit on the center of the face and see how it goes. Definitely picks up on the brush. It's powdery, a little bit for sure. Oh, okay, it's bright. Oh, but I see so much blurriness happening, like a setting powder. That's beautiful. That's so pretty. I like it. Yeah, you need very, very slight hand with both of these blushes, I would say. They're very, very pigmented, but they're very vibrant too. Yeah, this gave me like that peachy effect that I was like looking for. Very beautiful shade. Very, very beautiful shade. I am more of a medium tan skin, and it appears beautifully on my skin. Would highly recommend this shade. Culver Crush. So beautiful, so beautiful. And definitely blurs out the skin too. Wow. Okay, the next highlighter that I picked out was on a sale, and I had my eyes out on this, but not this shade actually. The shade that I was looking for was sold out, and I was like, let's just take a chance. And this is from Fenty Beauty. This is the Demi Glow Light Diffusing Highlighter. I chose the shade Loose Change because this was the lightest one. I was looking at one more like lighter tone shade in the line. This was shade number 4, but we'll see. It looks like this would work when I am more tan, which I'm not tan right now. This looks a little dark, but maybe we can make it work. So this is the shade Loose Change. Let's apply and see how it rolls. I'm going to take a loose fluffy brush and I'm going to take it up. It picks up so much on the brush. I'm so scared. I actually dusted so much out too. We'll see, okay? Oh no, it can work, it can work, it can work. Okay, I'm gonna take that on the high points of my face. It's like a soft rose goldy shade, I would say. Oh, yeah. I feel like I can make it work even when I have no tan, but I can also make it work when I have a tan going on. Because it looks very, very nice. It's blinding, but if you go with like a light hand and a loose blending brush, I feel like it can be more wearable. I love that effect. I'm gonna take it a little bit on my nose too. You know how that goes. I love that. I love that. That's so pretty. So pretty. Definitely need to use more of it to see how it's gonna look. But I'm just loving the effect of what I'm seeing. I did not swatch this blush. So let's do that. Oh, it's so smooth. The Tower 28 blush. Let me swatch it right next to the Rare Beauty one. So that's the Tower 28 one. This is the Rare Beauty Truth. This is Culver Crush. I cannot say that word. And then let me also swatch the Fenty Beauty highlighter in the shade Loose Change. It's so creamy, so creamy. This is Loose Change. Yeah, I would say definitely more peachy highlighter. Can you see that? I can definitely make it work. I'm happy that I got this shade because I don't like a lot frostier highlighter, but that definitely works on my, like all of this works so beautifully on a medium tan skin tone. I really, really like that. Okay, I have one lip liner, one lipstick, and one lip gloss situation. We'll see what we are going to use, but we're going to swatch everything for you, okay? Finally, I picked out the Freck lip liner. This is called the Makeout Club Nude Mousse Lip Liner. I picked out the shade number 6. And this, you know how much I am more of a brown tone lip liner person. And I felt like I would use this the most. So I took the shade number 6. I've heard so many good things about this lip liner. So let's apply this. It's extremely creamy. I love the shade. Absolutely love the shade. I am so happy that I went with the shade. Oh, I love it. Hopefully this is long lasting. The shade I am so happy with. Let me swatch it for you guys. So that's the shade number 6. Very pretty. It has a hint of purple to it. It reminds me of the Maybelline lifter liner that I absolutely love. Let me see if it is close to that or not. Oh, this one. Yeah, it's tiny. That's why it's going out of hands. This is Cross the Line. Let me see. Very close, okay? So that's Maybelline's Cross the Line. And this is Freck Beauty shade number 6. I don't know if you can see a lot of difference. I would call it a dupe. It's that close. It's that close, you guys. Oh, I love this shade. You know how much I love this, but also this is an amazing lip liner from the drugstore. So I would highly recommend this too. There's no doubt that I'm going to repurchase this because this is just an amazing, amazing product. Okay, for the lipsticks, for the lipstick, I finally picked out from the Ulta sale, the MAC lipstick in the shade Hodgepodge. You know how much this shade was in the wish list for me. I love a good gray tone brownie shade, and this looked very, very unique. So I was like, Smithy, this is the chance to buy it. So this is a beautiful, I would call it like a warm brown shade. Look at that. That's the shade Hodgepodge. So pretty, right? Let me also swatch the next thing that I picked out. I also picked out the Makeup Forever Super Boost Lip Gloss. And again, I saw so many people rave about it. And I picked out the shade 10, which is Juicy Peach. Let's see. Let's see how this rolls because I have heard so many good things about it. This is how the packaging looks. And the packaging is not that like special, I would say, but a lot of people have, oh my God, the way it popped. But a lot of people rave about this product so much. Like it's definitely jelly consistency. It's like, it's that stringy. Hopefully it's not stringy on the lips. So I'm gonna take this right now. Definitely a thicker lip gloss. Look at that. It's shiny. Wow. It definitely fills in the lips so beautifully. Yeah, I can definitely feel it on the lips, but I also feel like this is gonna long last on the lips for a long time. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. If I knew that this was so light of, although it's mixing now because I definitely wanted that Freck lip liner to mix into it. I love it. The way it shines is so pretty. It has a little bit of cooling sensation that I can feel, but nothing over the top that I would not like. It's more like a buxom lip gloss, I would say. But it definitely fills in all the lip lines. I love it. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm getting that stringiness. But I also heavily doubt it's because I applied a lot. I love the way how this looks. It's so juicy on the lips. I love it. Okay, now I don't have any eyeshadow palette that I picked out from Sephora. So I am just gonna do a eye look for you guys. I hope you're okay with that. And for that, I am gonna take my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette. So let's do a simple, quick eye look. Since you're here with me, I am gonna take this peachy shade Wit, which will complement our lip as well as our blush so beautifully. And I'm not going to do any complicated look, you guys, but in the honor of using everything from Sephora and Ulta, I was like, let's use some mainstream brands rather than indie brands. How beautiful is that shade? That Wit shade is definitely my go-to in this palette. Now I'm going to take that Vogue shade a little bit on the same brush. Why not? And I'm going to just take that in the outer corner, like a blending shade, I would say. It has definitely a little bit more of a rosiness to it, whereas Wit was definitely more peachy. And I'm going to take that same shade, Vague, on the lower lash line. Did I call it Vogue? I meant Vague, okay? There you go. Now for the outer corner, I am going to take this shade Silhouette, this deep dark brown shade. Of course, I do have eyeliner because I told you I did my makeup like hours ago. So I'm just going to deepen out my outer corners. I'm just going to tap into the outer corners just to give a little bit more depth. Just taking the same shade on the outer edge of the lower lash line just to connect everything together. Nothing much. I'm going back into that shade Wit and just blending the edges just so that everything is seamless. And going back into Wit and just taking that as a transitioning shade. Okay. I'm going to take some NYX glitter glue on the top of my eyelid. And now for the shimmer, I am going to take the shade Ella, this one. And I'm going to take that mainly into the deeper shade that we have going on right there. We're going to reapply the eyeliner, so don't worry about that. I'm just tapping over the edges just so that there's no harsh lines. I'm going to take this shade Mia, this pinky wet effect shimmer, and I love the wet effect shimmers. I'm going to take that in the inner part of the eyelid and melt it into the Ella shade, and it gives such a beautiful effect on the eye, especially when the light hits it. And I'm getting a little bit of sunlight right at that minute. Can you imagine that? Like, you want to see the sparkle and the shine or the wet effect? Let me show it to you. So pretty. And they're very soft on the eyes too. It never looks like too much, which is so pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna take that same brush that we used our deeper shade with, and I'm just gonna blend everything together. Also gonna take that same brush with wit shade and just blend everything again. For the inner corner, I'm gonna take the shade Muse, which is a very, very sparkly shade in this palette, this center shade. I'm gonna take that in the inner corner, and I'm gonna take that as a sweep in the crease. Okay, let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara, and I'll get right back. And there you go, that's my final look. I really love the way how this makeup turned out. It's so soft, it's beautiful, it's very feminine. I really love it. I love the softness of it. I loved everything that I used. Okay, I absolutely loved, obviously, the staples. Let's not even get there. Like, I don't even know what I'll do without these two products, so they are definitely my staples. I had to repurchase this. I'm very impressed with the Tower 28 blush as well as the Rare Beauty blush, but I definitely have to use it even more. Out of the bat, I would say I love the shade of the Tower 28 much more than the Rare Beauty one. I feel like I should have gone with my gut and picked out the shade Worth. But I was thinking like Worth is also a little bit more peachy. But I guess I would have used Worth more. But not saying that this is not beautiful, because I feel like there's definitely a place for that shade Truth in my repertoire for sure. So I'll definitely keep using it and I'll let you know. Talking about the highlighter, is it worth $20? For sure. Is it worth $40? I don't think so. So if I feel like this is the right time to buy it, if you were eyeing it, it was on sale for a long time on the Sephora's website, and with the sale also going on top of that, I picked it out and I'm not disappointed one bit. But I still feel like I prefer the Makeup by Mario one a little bit more than this one, as well as the Rare Beauty one a little bit more than this one. But not saying that this is beautiful, because this is super beautiful too. Okay, maybe the shade, if it was a little bit more lighter, I would have liked it a little bit more. Let's talk about the lip products. The shade of the lip liner, A++. I could not have imagined a better shade for me. So I would highly recommend the shade number 6 for us medium tan girlies. But also, I have used off screen the Hodgepodge lipstick. I like the shade. I'm not impressed by it the way I was like anticipating. I'm glad that this is in my collection, just because I don't think I have another shade that matches this shade. I'll have to dip into it even more to see, but the shades that I thought that would match, it's not exact. The closest I feel like is the shade Naya from Natasha Denona. Let me swatch it for you guys. So this is Hodgepodge from MAC, and then let me swatch the shade Naya from Natasha Denona. Yeah, that's Naya. That's the closest that I could get, but also I feel like Naya on my lips is more neutral, whereas the Hodgepodge shade is definitely more warm. So this is Naya and this is Hodgepodge. I hope you can see that. And obviously Naya is more matte on the lips. Hodgepodge is more like a sleek. You can see that shine coming through in Hodgepodge. And Naya is a little bit more like gray tone, a little bit more cool tone than Hodgepodge. And then let's talk about this lip gloss. So impressed by it. I'm very glad that I picked out this shade, okay? I really love the shade Juicy Peach, I think. Yeah, Juicy Peach number 10. would highly recommend this. I'm very happy with the whole haul that I did with my Sephora and the Ulta sale. I do have a few, like, you know, the samples that we get from Sephora when we pick out the things. So I do have this, what is this? The YSL All Hours Concealer shades. I'll definitely use that. And Natasha Denona concealer. This is one concealer that I wanted to use, and I was like, what shade would I be? But I do have a bunch of shades to test out and see the formula, so I'll definitely give this a go to and see, does it beat the Tower 28 concealer, which is my favorite concealer in my collection. But that's all for today. If you did like my video, you know what to do. What did you pick out from the Sephora sale that was going on? Do let me know in the comment section below. I'm very nosy, very nosy. But that's all for today. If you did like my video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.